Every nigga is a star. Who will remind that you admire? Every nigga is a star. Every nigga's a star. Every nigga's a star. Every nigga's a star. Every nigga's a star.
Girl, sister girl, close your eyes. Let the rhythm get into you. Don't try to fight it. Pow, pow, pom, pow, boop, bop. Don't try to fight it. There ain't nothing that you can do.
You
You can't do anything.
You.
No, you.
Hopefully not me.
Relax. Ritalin. Relax your mind. Lay back. Pillow. Comforter. Sheets. King size. Lay back and groove with mine. You got to feel it. Feel.
Amen.
Amen.
Feel that heat.
Oof, it's hot.
And we can ride the boogie. Share that beat of love. I want to rock with you
all night. Dance you into the sunlight on the all night. I'm gonna bigga-da-do.
This is off the wall.
Huh?
That is
Oh,
rock
get
with
it?
you.
Oh, it's because man. Welcome back to another episode of Nobody Asked Me, but look who's
Look who's late to the party.
here! Don't talk about being late, okay?
She is late to the party.
Hey,
It's two
girl.
Aquarians. That was the
Hey.
substitute Aquarian. Now the real Aquarian.
Hey, girl.
Okay. Gang.
I am your host, DeSandies, and we have
Oh. That's how
yeah.
you're doing it this time?
Yeah. I'm your host, DeSandies, and we have
I was banging on the table.
Big Dawg Tash.
and Bass Cliff, who was on our
You know, the boyfriend that she talks about on every episode of this podcast.
Thank
Which
you
cup
so
is mine,
much.
by the way?
You guys drinking Smirnoff? Does it matter? It's not mine.
Gordon.
Either yours or mine.
We're gonna start this again. We're gonna... All right. Hi.
Could I have some of your Smirnoff?
Sure, why not?
Thank you so much. I love being in 6th grade.
Yes. Yes, girl. Yes. All right.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Everybody, Ashe, 1, 2, 3. Ashe. And welcome back to another episode of Nobody Asked Me But, the show where I impose my opinions on you. I am DeSandies, and to my left I have
Big Dawg Tash.
AKA. So you gotta say it.
Nigga Nate.
Nigga Nate, okay?
Nate. She
And
looks
then
great, by the way.
Looks
Thank
amazing.
Thank you.
Dipped in
Really nice.
chocolate.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
She's like 90 pounds, girl. Like that keto, man. I'm about to get on that.
Then we have our good guest. Announce yourself, guest.
How you doing? I'm Gordon Baker Bone.
Woo!
Yeah.
Bones.
Baker
Yeah,
Boo.
Baker Bone.
I don't
Bones.
need...
It's not your turn yet, actually. And so, who's
But
next?
first and foremost, she's always...
Next.
Okay.
Well, not always here.
I'm the one that's always
Hello,
here.
thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Everyone shout out Ash.
Hello, Ash. Woo!
Ash.
Get it, Ashe. Okay. Sorry.
Hi, I'm TS.
Now it's me. I honestly don't need no introduction
Oh,
because I am
excuse us.
referenced in every episode. I've counted.
Gordon, please.
I've counted.
Remember.
Check your history, guys. Check the history.
Announce yourself. They don't know your name.
They do know my name.
This is Bass Cliff.
This is I go by Clifford. I am Clifford. I am the mysterious.
Not to be confused with the big red dog.
Ever. There's a story about
Or the
that made
Carmar
me so
sister.
mad. I'll tell y'all about that later. I literally was about to fight one of his friends' wives in her own house. She said something crazy. I
You're
didn't
gonna
like
fight someone's wife?
You're gonna fight.
It's a long story. So we're gonna move on to Jet Beauties of the week.
Exactly.
Boom, dynamite. Boom, boom, dynamite. Our team is boom, dynamite. Boom, boom, dynamite. Our team is tick, 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 tick. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some booty in it. Boom.
Okay, so we have lots of Jet Beauties of the week this week.
Don't act like you in the bunch. Don't act like you haven't been here before.
He's
You
a
know
hater
this.
in the
bunch. Mm-hmm. Black Lives Matter, Gordon.
Hello.
Hit you with the Black Lives Matter.
Don't put me on the other side
So
of
we
that.
have so we have 3 Jet Beauties this week. So the first Jet Beauty goes out to my spirit animal, Tracy Ellis Ross.
Hallelujah!
My bitch went back and has been working on this hair care line for the last 10 years. She said she wrote her brand pitch back when Girlfriends ended. That's back when I was in high school. And she put out Pattern Beauty. And I'm so fucking excited about it. Okay?
Yeah, I know I'm going to get yelled at later on because I'm not close enough to the mic.
Oh, okay. No, that's fine. There's no yelling here. So,
I've been yelling all. Did you not hear me?
Pattern
throughout that
Beauty.
intro?
So Pattern Beauty is a new hair care line that I've already ordered some. She has it for medium curls. She has it for heavy curls, intense curls. She also gave us these giant bottles because they always talk about we need a dime size, and it's just like I don't need a dime size of
First and
anything.
foremost, is this product for black males too?
I believe so. I believe it is universal. I don't think it
Because I
is.
feel like we've been discriminated in the hair.
Wait a minute. I listen to all the textures of hair you just brought up.
In the hair industry, I believe we are left out.
No, I think
No,
it is.
it's because you
Dark-
guys use all our
dark-
products
lovely.
anyway, so might as well just...
That is true. However,
I do love using Shea Moisture.
There you go.
See,
well, I believe that's a white man's company now.
Actually, no. It was originally a black company.
but it's
But
no
now a
longer.
white man's company.
It's a
I'm not going to knock someone's cum up.
Moving on. So, shouts to Tracy Ellis Ross. We love her. She's always fabulous. The next Jet Beauty of the week also goes to Robin Thede, who is the creator of Black Lady Sketch Show.
Wow, I like her.
Love her. Black Lady Sketch Show has been everything I've needed.
Do it, yes.
I know I'm not close enough to the mic.
You just
Listen,
do I have to lean? I have to lean to the mic too because I'm like this far.
You're also extremely loud, so you're fine.
Shout out to writers, Ray Sani and Quinta Bronson because they are fantastic.
Fantastic. Also to Issa Rae, who is the producer of that show.
Yes, sir.
Also to Gabrielle Dennis, who is also on that show.
Yes.
And
I have a crush
remind me, oh, that's cute. Remind me of the tall one with the big pretty afro.
Oh, I love her. She's delightful.
I don't know her name.
I forget her name. Wait,
but
let's
she has the
Google.
best intro in that
Oh my
show.
God.
She by far has the best intro
Nothing
in
makes
the
me
show.
laugh more that she shoots a BB gun at the cashier, and the cashier's like, bitch, and shoots her for real, and the puppet's like, ah. It's my favorite. Let me just find her name. But Black Lady Sketch Show has been everything.
Phenomenal. They got their second season.
Ooh,
Nice.
so they're definitely Jet Beauties
And that's
of the
on
week.
a Friday. That's
It
hard to do.
is. It is hard to do because a lot of people go out on a Friday, and I was concerned because a lot of times they stick us in places that they're like, oh, they're not going to watch that.
Talk
So it's
about
like,
Black Girl Magic.
right. And so usually Sunday is a great day for HBO, but the fact that they not only are making it, but they also got a second season is really good. Her name is Ashley Nicole Black. Woo! So we love her. We love all of you guys. You guys are doing a great job. And thank you. Doing great. Also, we have the incomparable and illustrious Angela Bassett, who got up. Hallelujah! She got up on Black Girls Magic and gave a sermon. And it was just pretty much like,
Black Girls
she
Magic
said,
or Black
I
Girls?
Black Girls Rock, I'm
thought
sorry.
I thought it was singular, not Black Girls Rock. It's Black Girl.
no, that's grammatically incorrect. So Black Girls Rock.
It's
You also thought we was
Don't
queen,
mansplain this.
but that's okay. Yeah.
Don't mansplain
Oh,
this.
that's an upcoming episode. Save that. Anyway.
mansplaining. Can't wait.
Hate it. I don't know if you'll be back for that.
Can't wait.
But
Can't wait.
Angela
Y'all
Bassett.
tried to hold me back before.
Okay.
And we back
no,
here.
stop it. Stop talking.
Angela Bassett did her thing, and she ended it. She said, "If God comes before you, who can come behind you?" It was like Angela Bassett, girl, and it gave us a little boot twitch at the end. I love that, and I love her. She's timeless. She's effortless. It spoke to every woman of every age. Every person was in there crying. Angela Bassett deserves all the things. She is rounding out the Jet Beauty of the Week. And for my honorable mention, she's not a black woman. However, she is a Indian woman, and she is 74 years old and gave birth to twins.
Yep.
Get it, girl.
For me, that's not ideal because 74 is about the time I'd like to start my drug habit.
Absolutely.
But, you know,
That sounds so late.
because I want to live life sane. And
The
then,
good years, we want to have be good years.
yeah.
This is the good years ain't
And
now,
then-
baby.
Ooh.
They are. That's why we're not having a drug habit.
Duh. So, you know, I mean, I think it's a little selfish, but girl, if you can handle the pain and still make it out to see another day because God's graced you, Jet Beauty of the Week. Any announcements?
How you gonna give her Jet Beauty of the Week?
Oh, we do have a special announcement
She's an
because this
honorable
is
mention.
Elsie's pregnant.
Whoa.
besides that.
Oh, okay.
Whoa! Not besides that, Elsie is not pregnant. DeSandies is not pregnant. There's no babies coming out of here. I also don't have a ring on my finger, so if we can
You
wait
gotta
for
have a
that.
ring to have a baby.
Maybe you don't.
All right, but on a serious note, I'm hoping that everybody hears this today. It's probably a little bit late to announce this, but DeSandies will be performing at Arthur's Tavern tomorrow on September 18th.
Come through.
Come through, get a drink, get
post
4
talk,
drinks.
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Well, she'll be back soon.
Yes,
At
but
Arthur's
yes,
Tavern.
I do perform at Arthur's Tavern. That was actually going to be my announcement. Usually the announcements, when I announce it for everyone, means that they have their own. But we're a partnership. We work this together. We're in this together,
We Bobby
Buster.
and Whitney without the drugs.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
So sad.
oh, at least,
The drugs made it fun.
yeah.
I didn't want to say anything. But he's
It's true. But I mean, we're going to give it a B. We're gonna give it, I'm telling you, when we're 74 and whatever 3 up from 74, 77 is, you know,
well, listen.
that's what...
That Academy in
Wait,
Education
is
right
this the
there.
part where you promote stuff? Are we promoting
Yeah,
stuff
this is
right
time
now?
for you to talk to people about yourselves.
Hey, everybody, if you don't have anything to do at your job and you kind of want to get fired real quick, play Gordon Baker Bones' Nobody Just Me album on Spotify, iTunes. And if you're really rich, play it on Jay-Z's and Beyonce's company. What is that?
Tidal.
Don't act like you don't know it.
I do. I hate saying that it's Tidal, but they pay the most. So if you could listen to my album on Tidal at least 1,500 times, I'd be greatly appreciated.
And it's a pretty good album.
It is a pretty good album. I'm making my second album now, and my second album is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of me bashing white women, though. But so it's just
That's wonderful.
Amazing.
No, it's okay. The white women that listen to the show know that this is what the kind of show.
That's not even bashing. I just take
We
shots.
have to be
when I
honest
can.
with
Hold on.
that.
First and foremost, we're talking to the same person
What's up?
in college
Uh-huh.
that approached many of white women,
What's happening?
White people.
white women specifically,
Okay.
and said,
It's right on top.
white trash. Pulled out a trash bag.
Yeah.
White trash bags.
Yeah, I'm selling white trash bags.
Excuse me.
I was selling white trash bags. Why does everyone get upset? Everyone's getting like me, looking at me all scared and whatnot.
Oh my.
And they would get mad. I would put up like a white trash. And they'd be like, what? I'm like, white trash bags, bro. What you want? What you
Nigga
need?
Nate, do you have any announcements?
He did that with high hope crackers too.
Oh my God. Cancellation. Go ahead.
Nothing earth-shattering, just that school's back for winter. School's back ever.
T.S. Any announcements?
But Big Dawg Tash, it's September.
Listen, let her have the moment. We don't have kids yet. When we have them and they get to go back to school, we'll be singing the same song. Save this recording so that we can sing the song. Your turn, Fred. Anything?
I don't have anything. Thank you.
I'm just here so I don't.
So I don't get fired. Thank you.
All right. So we're gonna take a break. And what? You have something?
No.
No first Fridays.
Do you have one
key
for yourself?
change?
Huh?
An
Yeah.
announcement for yourself?
Yeah.
I don't have any announcements for
No
myself.
key change. No first Mondays in Newark. Nothing.
No, that's during the
Wait, when's
that's
this
during the
podcast
spring.
coming out?
However,
That's a good question.
however, myself, I do play with Allison Williams every second and third Wednesday at Arthur's
Musically.
Tavern in New York. And if you guys who are listening are New Jersey residences, I do play at Papillon 25 in South Orange, New Jersey, every first Thursday. Come through.
All right.
Love it. That's it.
Beautiful. We're going to take a break.
Age,
and then
baby.
we will be right back. This episode of Nobody Asked Me But is brought to you by So Music Entertainment. If you're looking for a professional recording studio to record your music projects, podcasts, voiceovers, or whatever your audio needs are, for a reasonable price, look no further. Visit somusicent.com. That's SOHMUSICENT.com for more details. You can also follow them at SoMusicEnt, which is SOHMUSICENT on Twitter and Instagram for a free consultation. And a special shout out to Mr. Ash, the engineer who mixed and edited our podcast today. And you can follow him at Mr. Ash X, which is MRASHX. They have some of the best engineers here at Soul Recording Studios, so don't wait any longer to make your dream project a reality. Visit somusicent.com or call 929-900-6044 now. And let's get back to our show. Are you now considering communicating through Morse code since you've had to change your number more than 4 times? Are you still waiting for your date to pick you up after they said they were on their way 6 months ago? At this point, are you ready to hand out dating applications with a cover sheet that says, "Don't apply if you're a fuck nigga"?
Let's give them something to talk about. How about love? Love is good. I can't dig it. You know.
Nobody asked me but learn how to date. So anyone between the ages of 19 and 80 are trying to figure out how to gain a partner. And in the world of the internet, there's a lot of pickings and choosings, and people go to dates and they stay on their phone. They choose dates on the internet. And so I thought it would be super fun today for us to sit and share our worst dating experiences, because there are a lot of them. And maybe these will help you guys out there listening to be better daters overall. So, Nigga Nate, Big Dawg Tash, kick us off with a terrible dating experience.
So my first story, the backstory is, it's that there was this boy who lived across the street from me when I was younger. I was maybe 12 or 13. And we spent the whole summer together, hanging out in my yard or whatever, in my garage, holding hands in secret. Yeah,
How old are we?
12 or 13 or so,
Nice.
something like that.
Just holding hands at 13?
Well, you relax.
Okay.
Woo!
Right?
Not everyone is an LC, Gordon. Go ahead.
That sounds like
right.
like a Sammy video. You remember Sammy?
I like the way you look at me. I like.
Yes, that was it for me, right? There were signs that, this was never going to work, and he was not the one. But, all right, so hygiene was a problem. But he was cute,
He was 12.
No, he was actually a little bit older than me. But still.
Jailbait.
How old?
Not that much older. That's a whole nother show.
Yeah.
How much older can we just so we could just
a year or two older than me.
So it's
13.
13,
Yeah,
12,
13, 14.
Yeah, he was
Jailbait in
14,
Texas.
15 maybe.
Jailbait in Texas.
Get out of here.
Anyway,
Texas
he
is a little
moved away or something happened. I didn't see him. We considered each other boyfriend, girlfriend, but he moved away and, didn't see him for years and years until my 20s, right? So the office that I was working for, we did this ice skating trip, on a Friday. We go ice skating at the rink in Hackensack.
Cute.
So the person that I'm married to now, he had a girlfriend at the time. And even though I had a crush on him, I didn't think it was going anywhere because he's got a girlfriend. He's with his girlfriend or whatever, skating on the ice. So I'm outside and I'm at the rink, where they give out the rentals for the shoes. And I see this boy that I knew when I was young. So we start talking and exchange numbers or whatever, and he asked me out on a date. So I think our date, and because like, you know, the person that I actually like is on the rink with his girl, let me go out on a date and try to get over this one, you know? So we go out. I think we go to the diner. I don't remember. Then we end up at the Lookout.
Oh,
dear. We all have one of
So the
those.
Lookout.
You
so
heard it.
So for the listen, right? So the lookout is way up on. I think it's what is it?
You
It's
go
1 and 9, way up by the Palisades Highway up in New
How
Jersey.
did y'all get your look at on 12 and 13?
This is in her 20s. You pay attention.
sorry.
And so what the Lookout essentially is, it's like a parking lot that's overlooking like the view of New York City.
Hudson,
It's
yeah.
very romantic, but it's an easy way to get caught having sex with a car. And
very
Like Eagle
Easy
Rock.
to do anything.
it's easy for you to do anything. Good
You
place.
could be drinking.
You could be drinking, you could be drugs, you could be doing double dutch, you could be braiding hair. It's a
Except
It's
we're
like
not
Eagle
supposed
Rock.
to be there after sunset.
right, but that's of course the best time to go.
Yeah, so we always
So
do that.
it's way after sunset, and we're in my car because I had to go pick him up for our
Trash.
date. I had
First sign of this.
I had to go pick him up in Hackensack for our date in like Teaneck or whatever, and then we end up in Englewood Cliffs at the Lookout.
You drove him
I
there.
drove, yes, everywhere.
So you wanted to
This
go
ain't
there.
over yet. So we.
Over. I'm interested.
So no, did I?
Yeah, you drove there.
Hold on. I think I'm
list.
confusing
Write it
this
down.
because this.
From each story, you need a list. First off, have a car. Have your transportation prepared. Go ahead.
All right.
I think that's
So-
very important.
No, I think we went on 2 dates. Now that I'm thinking about, I think we went on 2 dates.
So you gave him another chance after the first date, terrible date.
We give y'all black men a lot of chances.
All right, the first date. Yeah,
Take it easy.
there were 2 dates. And there were 2 dates. It's just clicking because I'm like, he was in the driver's seat. Why would I let him be in the driver's seat in my car?
You know why?
No. So anyway, on this first date, we end up at the Lookout, and he's like making out with me, and I guess he feels my arm or something, and I had eczema at the time, so he immediately started to like freak out and be like disgusted because he thought it was contagious. No matter how much I told him it's not contagious, it's just like an autoimmune disease, you know.
So dude's an idiot.
Clown, yeah.
So he
I
was.
foresee a lot of idiots being exposed.
So we
in
went on
this.
another date, and I don't remember how the second date went, but I
This episode.
drove, and I had to pick him up in Hackensack and drop him off in Patterson in the deep industrial section of God knows where in the fog in the middle of the night. I was like,
Easy. Patterson got some good people.
I'm sure
Since
it does.
when?
But where I was
Don't do that.
was questionable. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I'm not saying
I've
like
lived in
questionable.
Patterson. Since when?
Listen,
What's he doing now?
I have no idea.
come on, let's look up his Facebook right now.
Here we go. Keep going.
No, I'm done. That's it. That's it for that date. Because I
You
really,
had enough of him?
Yeah, that was it.
I want
All
to
right.
Google his Facebook.
I want it. This is
Okay,
interesting.
great. This is great. Gordon, your turn.
So I went.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, at the Lookout, we were there, like, you know, and then
I'm
after
sorry. The date was the Lookout.
that was part of the date.
Where did y'all go?
I think we went to a diner or something like that, and then
They
we
was
wound
trying to
up-
get it in, bro.
He was, and then a cop knocked on the window.
Because they was
That's
getting
an
it in, bro.
important part.
It was like, get your ass
understand
out
that.
of here
gotta
before
take it
I
for that.
arrest you.
Was
pretty
everybody
much.
dressed when the cop knocked?
Yeah.
Is that who that is?
Yes! Oh my God!
When he doesn't have a post. He
Oh,
doesn't have any posts.
no
He
posts.
doesn't have any pictures.
He just has
He's
He
in
just-
jail.
He just- but
that explains
he
it.
has a okay.
Yeah,
so
but Instagram. If you have an Instagram tag with no pictures,
yeah, no pictures, no posts, no
posts,
followers,
you're
no one
just
follows you.
No one follows
You're
you.
just here in the space.
You're doing a bid.
All right. So I've been on plenty of bad dates. Most of them always usually end up with sex.
Nice.
But it's just like, yeah, bad dates always end with sex. Like, you
Not
never went on a
mine.
bad date that ended with
Not
sex?
mine.
Not ever.
Not mine. Nope.
You never been around somebody who's like, at least I'm gonna bang this person.
Never.
Never.
That has never happened.
You've never just was like, all right, let me just get it in one time.
No. There was never anybody that like that.
Oh, yeah, he definitely in jail. That dude definitely has murdered at least 12 people.
How old is he?
Like, that looked like he got a career in kidnapping.
Oh my.
He looks like Titus went on a diet.
All right, though.
He looked like, I was about to
Just
say,
like, all right.
I was about to say
That
something
is-
worse. I was about to say Titus
Wow.
with AIDS.
Yeah,
But-
right?
No.
Right? He looks like Titus went on a diet.
No, it gives me vibes Cartel before the bleaching.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay, it's not him. It's not him.
Oh wait, it's not him. Not him. False alarm. False
That's
alarm.
not him. That's not him.
Thank God.
False
This
alarm.
is...
But I mean, it's close. Look where it says he's from.
This is it.
Ew.
Sorry.
Oh, he got posts. What's this dude?
Oh, they
doing?
look like they're related.
That's why I was
Wow,
questioning. I was like, that's why I had to look
That's a
closely.
huge ass head.
Yeah. Women like dudes with big heads for some reason.
You coming
What,
at my
is-
boyfriend?
No.
You
What's wrong with you?
His head looked like a Tylenol capsule.
Really?
Oh, man. Oh.
Mine was better. If it was mine, it would have been a good story.
He African?
No.
Jamaican. You can't tell Jamaican?
Oh, yeah, he was
No,
sad.
too bad
Aren't you
dates or
West
is a
Indian?
Jamaican.
I'm West Indian, but like I forget that like when they show their underwear brand, they clearly Jamaican.
All right. So
You want to talk about being racist?
What? I just know Jamaicans. All
So
right.
finish your story, Gordon.
All right, so yeah, this girl that I was in between relationships and I just wanted to go on a date. This girl was very fine and attractive. I'm not going to say her name, but I'm not going to say her full name. I'm going to say her first name, Veronica. She was cool as hell. Knew her from school. She was dope as hell. I was like, all right, Veronica, we're going to go out. I'm taking you out. I was only about like 20, so I was like, we're going to go to Fridays. And she was broke, so she was like, Fridays, ooh, you fancy. I was like, yeah, you dummy. Yeah, you dummy. You so broke. Oh, my God. It's easy. It's like shooting a barrel.
Shooting fish in a barrel.
No. Shooting a barrel.
That's pretty easy.
Yeah, you just gotta hit the outside, nigga. What's wrong with you? So we get
You
there,
got my eyes closed.
and Veronica forgets to tell me that she's just getting out of a relationship also. And
when you say just getting out of a relationship, how?
she just dumped this nigga this morning. So
That's right. I got things to do. I got
She's been out of that relationship.
Okay.
He just got out of the relationship. That
Okay.
That's what it is.
All
She's
right.
been done.
I got errands to run, places to be, and people to meet.
so we have Fridays. We're having a good time. I'm sitting there across from her. I'm getting to know her, and this dude is eyeing us from the bar. So just
Binoculars.
just staring at us. You ever been out and you be like, oh,
A monocle.
this dude clearly is just like jealous that I'm out here with this fly ass chick, but you don't think they know each other. So I went to the bathroom.
Yikes.
Dude follows me in there, and I go in there. And he goes, "What you plan on doing with that?" As I'm peeing, I'm like, "Get the fuck away from me!"
Well, how do you know what he was talking about?
I was just about to ask.
What do I do with what?
You don't talk to anyone that's peeing. I'm peeing right now. Don't talk
Just
to
about to
me.
ask that.
So
What am I about to do with this pee on the wall?
This is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I come back out, and as I come back out, I sit down, I tell Veronica the story, and she goes, ugh, Rodney.
Oh my God.
And I go, what? Rodney. And dude that's sitting at the bar is watching us is her ex, Rodney, who came trying to make sure that she doesn't do anything.
Now let's stop. How the hell?
I think that's a
No, she saw
stereotypical.
him. She just didn't let me know that that's who that was.
But how did she know she was gonna be? Y'all was gonna be her Fridays?
I don't know.
Wow.
God, she probably told him.
I remember this date because like she literally goes, "Go home, Rodney." She said that to him.
Go home, Roger.
She told him, "Go home, Rodney," and he was like, "No." And I was like, that was like the worst date that I've been on. The dude watching her supposed ex watching us on a date.
Go home mean go home. I'll see you there.
Maybe it's a role play,
probably,
Gordon.
yeah.
Maybe they're getting into character.
Set up.
Yeah, that's by far the worst date I've ever
Did
been
you
on.
see her again after?
No. Got a psycho ass boyfriend that follows me in the bathroom.
But you got cheeks, though.
Eventually later, but no.
So you did see her again?
Oh, yeah. But that doesn't count. She was like, "You want to meet up?" And I was like,
Gordon and
You gotta come
Clifford
here.
think if you see them in the low light, it's not really a
Oh, please. Oh, please.
"Wait, y'all count if y'all see someone at 3 a.m.?"
If I have to get out of bed and physically see you with my eyes, regardless if I put on my good trench coat to see what you're talking about in the night, I just. All right.
I like a bad but bad dates are learning experiences.
I wouldn't say for me.
But experience.
No, actually, it was a learning experience for me.
Yeah, man.
It was,
Well, Clifford, it's
okay.
funny that you say that because it is your turn to share.
Okay, this was September of 2012.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
a date?
This was
This what we
this is
talking
the
about, right?
backstory.
No, I mean like an actual physical.
like a date,
Like a
like
fetcher.
You know, like
I'm painting the picture.
they don't get it.
Yeah, I got you.
September of 2012.
Picture it. I think it was a
This
Tuesday.
was the Saturday. No, this was the Sunday
Let me know
before
when it's-
Hurricane
Thank you.
Sandy.
Singing
So
hurricane.
long story short, long backstory short, I was playing at this service and I saw this chick. She was fine as hell. So I went out of my. So I went out of my way. She was serving food for her church, and I was playing for another.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. When you said she was serving food, I immediately was like, "Oh wow, you guys were at a homeless shelter, so nice."
You know, I thought, wow, he's talking to the help.
I was technically talking to the help.
Listen,
So
the helps like Clifford.
Yo, I've worked in a soup kitchen before, and I've seen
So-
somebody. I'm sorry, I've seen somebody go out, like come in for food, go out, put on like a do-rag and a hat, come back in, and try to get more food. Like, yo, for real.
I'll give you
have it.
It's real.
Yeah, that would be me. I would be like, you don't have to
So-
do a costume change, baby, unless you want. I'll give you extras. Come on in.
Anyway, Clifford.
so her name was Princess. I remember because she had.
Oh, yeah.
There were two.
She got a sister named Diamond.
No, close. Precious. They were twins.
Precious and Princess.
Precious and
I
Princess.
bet you one of them had a gold tooth too.
No, they didn't. She was she was skinny. She was skinny, but she had her body was dope, and she looked pretty. So long story short, I got.
You guys have a very understanding relationship.
So I texted her the day. So warning sign 1.
Okay.
I texted her like probably as soon as I leave. It was nice to meet you. She immediately tells me I'm a model. Sends me her Facebook information and Instagram information.
Oh yeah.
Immediately.
Well, she thought
I
you were
didn't
a
ask for the
producer?
shit. I ain't asked for the shit.
Oh my God.
But she sends all this and tells me that she's a model.
That's like when I got that
So-
text message that said, "This is me with the basketball player." We should date, and I was like, "Nah." Go ahead, baby.
Hold on, what? Really?
I know. Finish.
Are you really?
I really need to hear that
Are
story.
you
later.
are you judging right now?
No, he was
You're
just-
dating with a girl named Princess right now.
He's not even at the date yet.
I'm not even at the date. So I check it out.
I'm a model.
So I check this. So I check the page out, and
I'm
I'm
a
like,
nurse.
these aren't
Sometimes I
professional.
wear a hat.
So my head hurts. I can't do this. Get to it. All right, I'm gonna get to it. So I check out the page. So
That's very nice of you.
I'm interested.
He's the
She
producer.
said she's a model.
What else would they do?
She's a model. So I'm like, you really. I'm in the back of my mind. It's like, oh, this is gonna be an easy beat. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna
Why?
be
Why? No, I gotta hear why you think
Why
that's
was
an
it gonna be an
beat.
easy beat?
You immediately send me your Instagram and Facebook when I didn't ask you.
I wouldn't went
shit.
there.
Oh, in other words, you're.
But
There's been other
however,
other signs in
she
between there.
She was a model. Her name was Princess,
That's
which could have been an
right.
easy
There's
beat.
so many sophisticated princesses.
Really?
Cliff was about to shoot
Are
a
there-
barrel too.
Go ahead.
So I check out the page. Clearly, they're not professional photos. She's just doing model poses in her hall, either in
Could you
somebody's
show us
hallway
one? No, show us one. I know you guys readers can't. Ooh, this is
with a flower, long
This
hair,
is the looking up to the sky
looking
with
up to the sky
the L shaped on the chin with a
Yes.
flower. Nice,
and smiling.
cute.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I guess. So obviously, Hurricane Sandy happens. We don't talk until like the next week. So we
Fair enough. There was no power. Okay.
So we finally coordinate a date. I don't know what to do. I'm thinking we're just gonna have a dinner, send her back home, try to be a nice guy, try not to get the pussy on the
I
first
wish the
date.
dates that I went on felt the same.
so
Really?
I go to her house,
That's all they wanted.
or what I thought was her house in Carteret, New Jersey.
Ooh.
So I see her twin. She's coming right now. She comes out. She's in a pink tracksuit on her first date.
Nice.
So in the back of my mind, I'm like, I'm not talking to you ever again.
What's wrong with the
Pink
pink
tracksuit. Was it velour?
It was a velour tracksuit.
I love
that. It's comfortable.
So if
For a
LC showed up
first
to
date?
your first date in a pink,
She didn't though.
I'm just saying. What are you
She
supposed to
would've-
wear to a first date?
If she would have, Cliff
At
would've
least
nodded.
something
We
presentable.
would not be here right now. What's wrong with the tracksuit? That's not presentable.
I literally wore a
LC?
button-down shirt,
I'm making my list.
bootcut jeans, and shoes.
Don't listen to this,
date.
girls. Wear what you want. It's your body.
Your choice.
LC will be
I like
walking
how
down
you-
the aisle in a
you-
pink velour and a white velour wedding gown.
I don't know what wedding you're going to. You know that is not happening with me. But
I like the fact you knew the boot cut that you were wearing.
I'm just lying about, but I
You-
do wear
okay.
jeans.
you
I wear
talking
jeans
about
on the
somebody
bottom.
having a pink velour
But-
outfit, you got a bootcut jean? Nah.
I was in my 20s.
Were they cuffed up
Forgive me.
too?
I was in my
Definitely
20s.
You had a dress shoe
I
on
was
to
in
go
my
with
20s.
it? I need you to answer the
Forgive
question.
me. I don't
That
know
was a
what
yes.
kind of jeans I was wearing.
Were they cuffed at the
Y'all
end?
both were.
No, they were
y'all
not
both
cuffed.
probably
Did you
looked
have
the
on
hot
dress
mess.
shoes?
I did have one dress.
Trash.
No.
Both looked the
Hold
hot
on. What
mess.
sneakers was I wearing?
No,
I think I
that
was
was
wearing.
sneakers.
I think I had sneakers on.
Mm-hmm.
Air Forces probably.
Go ahead.
More than likely.
I was even
White
worse.
Air
You look like you
Forces.
just robbed a bank.
So
Man, you're older than us too. They were still cool back then. The nurses. She probably thought she was killing it.
She
you
was
know what?
killing it.
You Similac ass niggas.
Yeah, dude.
Shut up.
We were
Anyway.
breastfed. Thank you very much. Organic.
Anyway, so I walk her. So we're having a conversation, and she references that she's bisexual,
Oh.
and I hint at. I was like, "Oh, I could stay for this date for a while.
Oh.
No, she was trying to let
I
you
could
down
be
easy.
patient. I could be patient.
I can be patient.
I could be a little patient. You're bisexual, possible threesome.
What's wrong with you?
So, so fast
Gordon's
forward.
down for the count. No.
So fast forward. Take her to the diner near. It's somewhere in Carteret, somewhere in Union County, Middlesex County. I don't know. So we're talking, and this is around the time where the breakup with my ex was fresh. So she started to push me to talk about my ex when clearly I didn't want to talk about my ex. So I walked to the bathroom, debating whether I should leave this bitch or not.
Jesus.
Debating this hard.
Obviously
like
he did.
I should. Debating. No, I didn't. I didn't. I came back.
I need you
And
to just
continue to
clarify
date.
that you're not a disrespectful person calling people bitches on my show. I need you to say that.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can vouch for him.
I
He don't
mean,
mean it that way.
Jay. To give myself like some leeway. I mean, Jay did give the difference between
We gotta stop
sisters
drinking
and
before the
bitches.
show.
Jay-Z gave
Move on.
Jay-Z.
An awful example.
No,
Move on.
no, Jay-
And we're moving.
Jay-Z gave.
And we're walking.
Moving on. We're moving on.
So we're trying to figure out what to do now. So she advises that we see Breaking Dawn 2,
That's a good movie.
Part 2.
Is that Twilight?
It is Twilight.
I love Twilight.
Damn it, I did not want to watch Twilight, but because she was bi, I was like, what the hell?
She was bi?
I can be bi-curious about this movie. She is bisexual.
So,
Wow. I can be bi-curious about this movie because she's bisexual.
So
Maybe
exactly-
this will give me a bi threesome. If I play my bi, look right.
so
If I
exactly-
drive by, maybe she'll buy me some time
Oh, man.
so I can buy a time.
You got me saying bye, bye, bye.
Cause it ain't no lie.
Bye, bye, bye.
Bye bye. All right.
She was bi, so I actually sat through this horrific movie.
You're welcome.
Really quick, Tia said something to me the other day. Ooh, she said, "Ooh, Twilight's my nighttime movie," and I said, "I've never seen Twilight." She said, "What the fuck you say to me?" I love Twilight. It's fine.
But the thing is, TS has an affinity for bad movies.
I do.
Bad movies are the fucking shit, bro.
There you go. I do.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I love Last Dragon. Although
That's not a bad
It's
movie.
not a bad movie.
There's nothing bad about that.
That's
We're
a
not
bad
talking
movie.
about that. We're not talking
Not
about
right now. No.
It's the best movie there.
Did you sleep
It
with
is a
Princess or no?
Huh?
Did
Yeah,
you sleep with
get
Princess?
to it.
Long story short, I did not sleep with Princess. I drove.
Oh.
I drove her home.
I was
disgusted
unlucky.
because pretty much everything she was saying was making me
Nauseous.
nauseous and sick. So I just dropped her off, went exactly to my dad's, and said, "I'm never seeing her again."
Did she What about the text you sister? Did again? you talk to the sister? Maybe she was different.
Nah, she had a kid, and as a 25-year-old, that was a no-no.
Care. Women go, all right. That shell didn't
She
work.
had it. You know, the niggas still get dates if they have kids. I don't know what's good with the women. I can still get a date if I have a kid.
I was 25 then. I wasn't that mature. It was
That's
like,
fair.
Here's the thing, like, dude, I learned this, and it's a stupid thing most dudes do. Like, most
Or
dudes
26,
won't date a
26,
girl
27.
with kids because it's their way of showing respect for the baby father.
Yeah, I get it.
And that's
no, I
stupid as
didn't.
hell.
I didn't show any respect for the baby fathers. Like, yo ass got a kid. Yo ass, I can't talk to you. I'd rather talk with the
Why?
one that. I'd rather talk with the
But why
one
couldn't you
Now
talk
that
to her?
you're
looks
older,
like you.
now that you're older.
But why couldn't you talk to her because she had a
because
kid?
I was 25 then.
Now
I didn't
that
wanna-
you're
In other words, he
older.
was feeling like it was too much of a
Like,
responsibility to have to
I
talk to somebody.
I
that
don't need
had
your responsibility.
But
I'm still doing
Now
my
that you're older,
responsibility.
if you weren't with Elsie, would you date somebody with a kid now?
I'd say around about 30 years, and I have.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Nah,
All right.
I would, but she gotta have a
No, actually, I did that. I actually dated somebody with a kid at 26, and she was
This might sound fucked.
5 years older than me. But the fact that she was older than me was the hottest thing.
The fact, this might sound
Much
fucked
older.
up. You can't date
5.
somebody with an ugly kid, and that's like a rule.
Uh-huh.
I think that's a good idea, so you don't get attached to the kid if you don't really like the person.
No, because like
No,
they-
that-
you see what
as
they
terrible
make.
as
They
that
make
sounds,
What
terrible
the
as
fuck? What?
Terrible.
The
as
hell?
as
You don't
that
want-
sound,
You
Tia.
don't,
She is
you
right.
don't want to make ugly babies. I don't want to be the parent that puts an ugly baby in a school photo. I don't want to be the one that
What?
ruins.
The hell constitutes a good? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I worry
TS.
about that all the time.
Just and just for that, y'all gonna have ugly kids because
it's possible.
Oh yeah,
That's what
oh,
you're
yeah,
worried
and they
about.
will never go to a school photo
possible.
day. I'm like, you know what, kid, you staying with me today, baby.
It's possible.
School photos.
Babies are ugly.
No, babies are ugly. I'm worried about it.
Are you
but
serious?
I know how to maneuver, you know?
What was a bad date you've had?
I just want to say I know how I'm going to maneuver with my ugly baby, okay? we going to be all right, baby. That's okay, okay? Anywho.
All babies are beautiful.
Oh, no, are they though?
All right, I'll move on.
Okay.
Nobody asked me, but some babies are ugly. Go ahead.
They grow out of it.
Disrespect.
They grow out of it.
They
But
just
yeah,
buy
there are
clothes.
some
There's nothing
ugly
wrong with
babies.
being ugly either. That's what the real problem is.
Beauty's in the inside deep. Actually,
In
ask
the
her.
inside deep?
Yeah,
TS, please.
Yeah.
Very deep.
I say
Ask Janet Jackson.
I'm not prepared for mine.
He's talking about Janet Jackson's relationship with Jermaine Dupri, and then if that is the case, everyone's absolutely right. Okay.
Why?
there is somebody
Jermaine
for
Dupri-
everybody.
Jermaine Dupri
okay?
is not
Jermaine
attractive.
Dupri wasn't the cutest, but bag.
Wasn't the
Oh,
cutest.
Jermaine Dupri.
Child.
Imagine,
bag
imagine
Janet
waking
Jackson.
up after a
To a
bender
rat.
next to Jermaine Dupri.
Trash. A snaggletooth.
We're not gonna
Bender.
talk about our Black history
Yes, we
icons,
are.
okay?
Yes,
Black
we
history
are.
Let's
icons.
keep it moving.
I didn't know he was an icon.
I
but
mean-
keep
I
it
mean, he
moving.
did some nice stuff, but he's also trash. Go ahead.
That's fine. We're not gonna hit on Black people today. Let's go.
I'm not prepared for this.
Aren't we doing the exact same thing talking about our first date?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You and Precious and Princess.
It was more so Princess.
Were both
than
these girls black?
Precious.
Were y'all two girls black?
Yes.
I wouldn't
Regular-
expect that from either
Regular
of you.
black.
Why?
Regular.
Listen, I date outside
Oh,
my
she
race
was a
all the
hood
time.
rat.
But most like when you date, like I
She
did
was a
outside my
hood
race, but like when you go on dates with different cultures, there's a lot of pressure for it to go well. So like when I dated Indian girls, it was a lot of pre-work set up because it's like when Indian girls go out, their families watch and they know their aunties see and shit like that. So it's basically like I was kidnapping this Indian girl to go on a date. It's really weird.
I wouldn't go for that, but
It's really weird.
Even when I dated outside the race, I had some pretty bad dates.
And then when you date Spanish girls, they love bringing you by the house. It's either to piss off somebody in their family or to prove
You
that they
mean
can get a
white
man.
women?
No, Spanish girls.
This is a conversation I need for next time.
I'm pretty sure white women do that.
No, white girls will not bring you to the house if it's a first date.
Oh boy.
Oh, first date. No.
Yeah.
First date, no. But sometime to piss
There's
their
a lot
dad
of
off.
experience in this room.
Oh, dude, I've dated many races, and I'm telling you right now, the best is by far black
And
women.
I've
Oddly
messed
enough-
around.
Gay!
Hold on. I can't say that. I've messed around.
What you mean
with
you can't
mi-
say that?
I've messed around with other races, but
And
I've
she's better
dated
than
black
me?
women.
No. Go ahead, Tia.
Oh,
Tell us
you,
your
didn't,
story.
you didn't hear my part,
Last
that my
part.
end up, yeah. You didn't hear
He
back
said
end.
he's messed with a lot of different races, but by far black women are his favorite.
Yeah.
That's what she thought you were trying
And I
to
said the same thing.
See, there you go.
See.
Better.
Better?
Your turn.
Sustained.
Especially a spicy
turn, friend.
Okay,
West
for the
Indian
third
woman.
time. I'm not prepared. So when I was a young lass,
Ooh. Ooh.
Playing the age yet again.
we used to go.
We have to explain ourselves,
Thank you.
okay?
We used to go to this place called the Copa. The Copa.
Copacabana.
Right. So I was a little too young to be in there, but then, finally I came of age. So I was in there, I was like the hottest thing going at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was a man who was a Hispanic person, and he had long hair, and that's what I was into at the time. Like, I was into, like, the little
Rico
Spanish boys.
Suave?
Rico Suaves. I was into that. So he was older, though. He shouldn't have been at Copa, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know how he got in. Full beard.
Statutory rape happening.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
now.
So it was like my first actual date with a man from New York. I thought I was, going to the big city, mama. So I went, and it was the night of, what's that parade that happens around this time?
African
Maybe-
American Day Parade.
no,
Puerto
maybe-
Rican Day Parade is
No,
June.
maybe it was October.
Puerto Rican Day Parade?
That's in
No.
Columbus?
June.
No, maybe it was a Halloween parade.
Maybe.
I don't know, but I remember I never took public transportation. I took public transportation. I'm all by myself in New York City. Everybody's outside kissing in the mouth, having sex in the streets. I didn't know what was going on. So,
Sounds like Pride Parade.
when
Wow.
is that?
That's
What
still
month is that?
June.
That's June.
June.
So it was fall, you think?
Hold
I
on,
thought it was fall.
wait, stop it.
Pride's
I'm
in
sorry.
June.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. They have sex on the parade in Pride?
They have sex
Actually,
everywhere,
let's have
Clifford.
sex
It's a
everywhere.
new thing.
Look into it.
Anyway, continue.
Hang out in Hell's Kitchen long enough, bro.
Anywho, yes. So he meets me there. I see him. And then the date took a turn. He took me to his house. I don't know how I ended up there. I'm just following this man, too young to know any better. His grandmother is sleeping on the couch. He shows me his room. He shares, there's 2 twin beds in the room, and his brother and his girlfriend are on one twin bed. He says the other twin bed is his.
Right.
I'm like, okay. And he's like, we'll go out and we'll do something. So I'm like, okay, that's fine, first date.
I thought you said Puerto Rican, not Dominican.
She didn't really specify.
What's wrong with you?
She said Spanish.
What does that matter? Did I
Okay.
say pure?
She
No,
said,
no,
you said Hispanic.
You said Hispanic.
Hispanic.
Which
I'm
is-
sorry.
Why are you
Spain.
assuming?
Dominican?
Because
Yeah.
he's racist.
Grandmother on the bed. Grandmother on the couch.
I think that's just a
and
New York
another couple.
thing. I
No.
think black, white, all of them. Their
No.
grandmas
For
all
real,
sleep on the couch.
I've seen
Yeah.
grandmas. I've seen.
Don't talk to nobody whose grandma's sleeping on the couch. That's
What
what
part
it
of
is.
New York did he take you to?
That's definitely
I was-
happened. This isn't my story,
Maybe the Bronx?
and this isn't the story I was gonna tell. But I've definitely
More
been
than
to.
likely, yeah,
I've
it's
definitely been on a date with a black man who was old enough and had his mom and grandma and sister in the other room, and we were chilling in the
Let me
couch.
tell you, I think I was on a date. My other story was this date, but he said it was his apartment. Come to find out, it was his father's apartment, I guess.
Ciao.
Oh, we're
I don't
doing
even
more
know if his
stories?
father was in the room or not, because he very well could have been.
The pain in everyone's faces as they tell this story needs to be seen by people. Everyone has this grimace as they tell this story.
Good.
Watching TS grimace at this story is bringing me joy.
So anyway, we're walking.
Yeah,
Now this
finish
man is
him.
old. Like I was probably 16, maybe 15, and this man was old. And no car, nothing. So we're on the train. we're on foot at some point, and he's like, let's go in this building. And I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. So we walk into the building, come to find out it's a hospital. And we open the door to a room, and it's his dying stepfather in the bed. And he's like, this is my stepfather, and he's dying. And the man, like, I hope he's okay. I don't know what happened to him, but, like, he's, like, messed up. Like, he looks very frail, and he's like, Mommy, oh, my God, like, thank you for bringing her here. This is the one. And I'm like, ooh, boy, like, I'm never seeing this man again. Like, I hope he don't really get attached.
I'm pretty. I can unanimously.
It's okay.
TS has won.
Yo, I don't even want to tell my story. This is awful. When I tell you this has singed my eyebrows off.
Hold on. You went to a first date.
I gotta
You went to the hospital.
Stop. I want to hear how this ends. Wait. Shut up. I want to hear how this ends. Continue, please.
Oh,
so you're looking at this dead man. Now
oh my God, Lord God, if he's just real quick, let's all touch and agree. Yeah. Lord God, wherever this man is, please make sure that he is comfortable and that his life was fruitful and that he was okay and that his family is healed. In Jesus' name we pray, and that he's comfortable and healed.
And that he did not multiply again after that.
Amen. Ooh.
My Jesus.
So you see
what
the
happened,
dying
what happened
stepfather.
afterwards?
Yeah.
What's the epilogue in this?
So we stayed quite a bit of time. That was most of our date, was staying with his stepfather, and he talked to him and, got him ice chips and water, and I kind of just sat there, and he, kept calling me pretty, and I'm like, oh, thank you, and they're talking about stuff, and he keeps referring to me like, she's going to be your wife, and I'm like, okay, well, no.
That's definitely Puerto Rican.
And it was super.
Can we not do that?
I have dated mostly Jamaicans and ended up marrying a Puerto Rican.
I'm sorry?
She's dated mostly Jamaicans and she ended up marrying a Puerto Rican. You've heard of the style.
I heard.
It's not unheard of.
Puerto Rican?
Yeah.
He is half Puerto Rican.
He's half?
That's still Puerto Rican. Same way you half black, you still black. What are you talking about?
I'm not half black. Stop that. Don't tell
No, she's saying a person who's half black.
Yeah, a person who's half black, not you.
Just speak general.
No one drinking.
Just shush. Go ahead. What are you talking about?
The rest of the day took another turn, but we didn't need to talk about that.
Oh, no, yes, we do.
No, we do.
No, but all that to say, he shook my hand. I had to go touch the poor man. He was like, give me your hand. And I was like, oh, okay. And he held my hand, and if I'm not mistaken, I think we prayed.
Oh, my.
I think he wanted to pray. And it was like, okay. And so I think he prayed. And then we left, and we sat in a park this was very late also. At 1 o'clock in the morning, in the dark, and nobody was really there. People were, like, skateboarding. It was like, this is the worst thing I've ever experienced. And then it was nuts. And then I took a bus home and was like,
What do you
didn't
mean
have
nuts?
We didn't have blocking at the time, so I couldn't block him. We went to the club and I kept seeing him because he kept calling my phone. And in the whole club, I had to keep dodging him. Yeah, you probably don't remember, but it was like the whole time in the club, twice, I saw him and he kept having his friends come up to me and he was like, why haven't you been answering my friends' phone calls? And he was trying to and I just kept dodging through the crowd to try to get away from him because I was finished.
I'm sorry, T.S. At that time, I'd be looking for another club.
Why'd you go back to the same
It
water
was the only
hole?
place like that.
Yeah, that's our place. That's where we
That's
went. That's just where we went to go dance.
I'd find
All right. So.
Never know.
Shut up.
Dating anyone else.
So.
I got a Jamaican tattooed on my back. That's
Ooh, is that what the...
Yeah.
I think it's time you gotta show
Wait, can
us.
I see this tattoo?
Yeah! Let's go.
Yes, come on, let's go.
The worst part is I saw the original.
Natasha, if there's tequila in this house,
I don't know.
if there's tequila, he'll do it. If there's whiskey, he'll do it. If there's any kind of real alcohol, he'll do it.
Listen. I was young. I was in love.
Let
Show
us
us
see it.
I was young. I was.
seen
Show us your ass.
Show us your tramp stamp.
I was young and I was in love and I was 18 and I wanted to like when you get when I was in a relationship with her, she was the first. And I think more people need to tell people this. The first person you have unprotected sex with will leave an imprint on you that you do not fully understand.
Will it?
No.
I think they've been trying to tell us that, but we just didn't listen.
anything. I think they're trying to tell us.
Nah, like, cause I've always had protected sex, and then like,
You're crying later in a fetal position.
yeah.
Sorry.
So it was like that's what happened.
It's not to say that that's not true. I'm just trying to figure out if the first person that had
Elsie, sit this one out.
Yeah.
Sit this one out. Sit this one out. Okay.
Take a seat.
Yeah,
Sometimes
seriously,
you
like
get a rest.
the first time you have,
Stretch.
like, lack of a better, the first time you have raw sex with somebody, it is life changing, cause you're like, oh, I get it now. Oh, me and this person, we're gonna make it. We just did the most dangerous, fun thing together.
I don't want to put our business out, but all right. So...
I mean, by the way, you are the first.
No, really? Ooh, I love you.
Even with the jump off,
I was sick. I was like, even drunk and everything. It's
We're
like,
gonna have to tell
we're not-
parents not to listen to this.
I gotta say, I married mine.
All right.
I did.
I just got a tattoo of the first person I had raw sex with. Yeah. Yeah.
So my bad date was I too dated a person, this isn't for clarification. This isn't someone that I was continuously dating. This is someone that I had known when I was younger, and we got to be of age, and he asked me on a date. I remember he came before the date. Of course, this is around the time of like instant messaging and still Facebook messaging. AIM, right? So he hit up little LSA if you nasty, and we're talking. That was my screen name. Don't judge.
I'm judging.
And so, like Jan
Hard.
Jackson if you nasty. LSA if you nasty.
It's my mother's maiden name.
Jackson. That's a real black last name. Another story for later. Anyway, so, so he came to the house, and this is before the date, so this is a quick backstory. So he was talking about how he was going to school in Delaware, and that he too had just gotten out of a relationship, and I was kind of like in what's that place between hell and heaven?
Purgatory.
I was like in the purgatory.
Idaho.
Sure.
Ohio.
I was in the Kansas state, right in the
Arizona.
center. So
Washington, D.C.
Thank you. So he
Trump
we
Plaza.
get it.
Sorry.
So he was telling me how he had just broken up with this girlfriend, and how she bleached all of his clothes and like cut everything up and like tried to stab him. And I was like, wow, that's unfortunate.
He definitely had sex with her again.
So
1,000,000%.
when he said that, 1,000,000%. I said, and I kind of remember saying like, so I mean, are you gonna call the police, or like, what are you gonna do about that? And he was just like, no, I kind of like a little crazy, and it was like, God.
Yep, he definitely had sex with her.
So yeah, definitely. So I really just was kind of like in one of those phases where it was like, I'll go on a date, whatever. I'll tell you later. It's not someone that we all like know.
Okay.
But you have heard the story before. These two have not.
Okay.
So in my lighter days, I used to wear heels often, especially on a date. This particular date, I was wearing flats.
Definitely having sex that
So
night.
everybody was making the joke. No, Gordon.
Talk
Or
about
at
my
least I'm-
girlfriend like that.
Talk about flats,
You
bro.
better tell him, girl. Tell him, baby. So I had on flats to this outing, which a lot of our friends would be like, and that's how you could tell she didn't want to be there. So we were supposed to go to the summer stage Raphael Sadiq concert. That was my idea.
Sensual.
Yeah, out in Central Park. It
Hold on.
starts at 6.
Hold on. You took somebody out that you didn't want to take to.
No, they
somewhere
took
that
me out.
You wanted to go.
They
to
took me out.
specifically.
But they
Yeah,
asked you
they
where
took
you
me out.
wanted to go.
They asked me where I wanted to go, and I was like, "Let's go to
Did he hate it?
Let me finish.
Okay.
So it started at 6, and I forgot how summer stage works. You have to get to summer stage 2 hours before. So we left at 6 and got there like 6:37, and they weren't letting anybody in. So it was like we missed it. Ryan Leslie was on that day. I was really upset, pissed, but it was like, okay, whatever, gonna move on. So following that, he was like, well, what do you want to do now? I was like, we can go eat. So we go to BBQ's. Dallas BBQ's, one of my favorite restaurants.
You told me the story.
No, I
Keep on.
didn't.
Yes, you
I did? Okay. So we're sitting at Dallas BBQ's.
Is this my favorite story?
It is. So we went to Dallas BBQ's, and I order a Texas-sized Shirley Temple. And he wanted to order a Hennessy culotta, but they were out. So he orders instead like a strawberry daiquiri or a liquor daiquiri, some sort. Mine comes out. It's big, pink, beautiful, the way I like it. Cherries at the bottom. His comes out. It's pink, but it has like whipped cream and a cherry on top. But it's a little bit smaller than mine. The waitress, so cute, very polite, cute little haircut, very sweet. Brings out mine, brings out his. He looks at his drink and he's like, you got to send this back. And she said, what's wrong with it? And he's like, I need a man's drink. This isn't, I can't drink this. I need a man's drink. And she was like, what's wrong with your drink? And I said, he's mad because my drink is bigger. And I started blowing bubbles into my drink because I'm that kind of petty. Fine.
Were you being petty that
I was being super petty because I was just like, I can't believe he embarrassed me like that. So I was like, well, now, if we're playing this game, I can do that.
I feel like you would have done that on our first date.
I feel like I'd do that to you at home. Anyway, so.
Laughed my ass
you would have. What else are you going to do?
He didn't like that joke.
Right. He didn't like it. He was pissed. So I was like, I mean, you win some, you lose some. So we eat. He's having like, I can see him physically like having nervous anxiety about us being in the center, about things like just having like a breakdown, but nothing crazy that I need to call an ambulance. So we leave, and I'd say it's a smooth like maybe 9:00, 9:30. So it's not late. I'm an adult, or adult-ish, 20-ish, fine. So I can handle myself. If I don't want to do anything I don't want to do, I won't. So he says to me, well, what do you want to do now? Do you want to go back? Do you want to, like, chill? You want to come watch a movie? I say, okay. This is also back in my yesteryears. So he picks up a Black and Mild or two and a wine and then goes back. And I said,
it's
okay.
Romantic.
And he's like,
romantic.
So romantic.
Back
And he said, what kind of wine do you want? He's like, do you like Moscato? And I said, yeah, I like Moscato.
Of course, all black women love Moscato.
Racist.
But true. And so, cool. So we go back to his place in Garfield. His roommates are there. Garfield, New Jersey. Oh my God is right. So we get there, and it's just dark. It's not necessarily a welcoming environment. It's just a very dark apartment. It's kind of like, it just is a little rundown, not my taste.
A future crime scene, even?
Possibly. So we're sitting in his bedroom, not because we're doing anything, but because we're sitting there, and that's the only place that has air conditioning. This takes place in the summer. So I had on cheap flats, not just any kind of flats. It's cheap flats. So my feet are starting to sweat a little. I'm getting a little uncomfortable. And I'm kind of like, I'm ready to go. Like, this is nice and all. Or like, maybe do you want to watch the movie? He's like, yeah. So we move into the living room. We're watching the movie, and I take my feet out of my slides, or my flats, and I rest them right on top because I really don't want to like let my feet out. They're pretty, but it's just not a thing that you do at someone's house. So I'm just letting them get some air. And he's like, you can put your feet on my lap. And I was like, no, I don't really want to. It's okay. And he physically puts my feet right on his lap. Ooh. It's like, okay, that's annoying. So then he starts like tickling my feet. And so I'm like, I hate that. So I said, stop. Now he's not tickling like a cute like gristle. It's not like this, Gordon, so that you can get Gordon,
give your arm up.
So it's not like this. He's like in the center. Like this.
No.
Like this. And I was
uncomfortable.
And I literally jolted and sat up. For those of you that obviously can't do the listening and feeling at the same time, if you scratch your fingers in your palm, that's what he was doing to my feet.
Scratch
super
the
uncomfortable.
middle of your
I think
foot.
our listeners have been tickled before.
Got it. So I sit up and I jolt and I said, stop. And he takes his arm and sits me back, like literally like pushes me back in the chair and is like, you're mad strong for a girl. And I was like, I'm ready to go at this point. I was like, I'm ready to go. He's like, you can't just stay here. I said, no, I want to go home. Like, we don't live that far. I want to go home. I need you to take me home immediately. And he's like, well, we only got 10 minutes of the movie. Let's finish the movie. I said, after this movie is over, you're taking me home. Sitting there, I'm getting more and more upset. But it's just like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't like this. I remember his roommates from when we were in high school. It's not that I don't like them. I just don't like them. I don't want to be here. I need to get out.
Hold on. You just said it's not like I don't
It's okay.
like them.
No, there's a.
But I don't like them.
It's a clarification.
Okay,
I got what you meant.
So I'm sitting, and I feel like every black woman knows what I mean when you sit cross-armed and you're just like ready to go and you're watching the movie, but it's just like I'm counting down the seconds. So I hear him mumble, and I'm ignoring him. And I hear, you're pretty. And I said, thanks. I literally hit it with a thanks and like kept watching.
Bro, no.
I hear him mumble again, and I ignore it because I don't know what you're talking about. I hear him mumble. I don't know what's going on. He turns to me and says, bitch, I said I like you.
Yes, he did.
I said, take me home. Take me home right now. What happened? I said, take me home. We're leaving. Take me home.
Yeah, he told me the story.
So he takes me home. We're in the car. He's like so excited. What a nice date we've had. And playing all this romantic music. And I'm like literally like looking out the window. Like I have to find all the exits. He takes his fist and he like, you know how like sometimes boys like to like do that little like chin up bucko like right on your chin? I think that's what he was trying to do, but he's driving.
He literally punched
So
me in the face,
he didn't punch me in the face, but
You got punched in the face.
he leaves the fist out, and I'm like leaning on his fist like this, and I was like, "What are you doing?" So he's like, "Oh," and puts his hands back, right?
I remember this game
So
back
wait.
in high school. Like
So then I'm still driving, and next thing I know, he takes his fingers and runs them across my lips, and I was like, "Don't touch me!" And I went to lick my lips, and they were super salty, which means he fucking gave me a Krabby Patty. What's a Krabby Patty, you ask? Google it. I get to
No, you don't do that. What is a Krabby Patty?
Krabby Patty.
I know it.
Krabby Patty is when a man reaches down into their drawers and underoos and touches themselves and then touches you.
I would have to murder a bitch after that.
Because I didn't realize what it was until I told the story, and I was like, "Then you licked your lips and they were salty. He gave you a Krabby Patty, and it's disgusting."
He could have just been sweating.
Nah,
but
he gave you a Krabby Patty.
I'm trying to stay calm because you know how I get down. Okay?
Yes. So
we
we
get
get
over a cliff.
So we get. So we get to the house, and he's like waiting for a hug and waiting for a kiss, and I was pretty much like, "Bye," and I got up and like closed the door. Until this day, he has no idea why I've never called him again. No idea why I ghosted him. No, they're gonna put me on that show, T.S. Ghosted, and it's
Nigga, you gave me a Krabby Patty.
You called me a bitch. You called me. You put a fist to my face.
He didn't care about that one. He just called someone else a bitch.
Right. Exactly.
I did. I mean, but there's a difference between sisters
Of course.
Oh,
and
baby,
bitches.
thank you.
Sorry, no, but
Oh,
listen.
and so that is
I'm sorry.
by far the worst date I've ever had. It does not top having to go visit someone with cancer. By any means.
TS wins this battle.
TS wins.
By a landslide.
I'm
you had
sorry.
to go to a hospital.
God.
I'm
and
sorry
see
for
somebody
all of y'all
post
going
chemo.
through that shit.
No.
with these people.
You had to see somebody post chemo for
Oh
a
my
date.
God. That
A
is just
first
terrible.
date.
And no dinner. No food.
You didn't get any
No
food?
flowers.
No, I didn't eat.
Oh my God.
They don't teach young
Hold on,
brothers how to
hold
go
on.
on
You were
dates.
at the hospital and you didn't eat? They have,
People don't normally eat when they go to the hospital, bro.
Some hospital foods are pretty good.
What hospital are you hanging at?
I enjoy hospital food is good.
St.
Sure.
Barnabas and Belleville.
All right, really quick. I'm going to start this next one. The next one should be really quick, and then we're going to go down the list, and then we'll take a break.
Okay.
So, this date I was somebody I had been dating off and on for a long time who was always a trash human being. There was always signs that I just ignored them.
Do we know who this person
Of course
is?
we do. And so,
I don't think we should talk about that on this show, okay?
I think you talked about him already.
that was
And
for the Ponzi
my,
scheme.
that was my other favorite show. Like that was funny.
This
That
one's
was
funny
funny.
too.
Okay,
So
go
we
ahead.
get to the movie. It's very quick. Went to the movie, and it was a drive-in movie. Not drive-in. It was a
Hold on. We really have a date that we could have told about.
wait. If you have it, save it.
Outback. I didn't even
That's a
remember that.
really
but
good
sorry,
one.
go ahead.
But you
guys
can
are
mention that too.
serial daters.
That's a good one.
You
Absolutely.
guys date cereal.
That's actually a really good one if you want to
That
save it
is-
because your
that
time is
even
coming.
word.
So,
You're doing this right now
Keep it
because
cute.
we don't have any
trying
heavy hard liquor. You need to be doing shots right now.
oh boy. So we go to, the dinner dining movie, but we went to the one way out in like Edison, I think, or something far. And of course,
It's not that far.
from Englewood it
From
is.
Inglewood, yeah.
And so I, of course, had to drive because I drove
Oh, you had a
everywhere.
girlfriend.
Huh?
You had a girlfriend.
No, that's the only. Yes, but that's the only I picked theater that was
At the time. This is before I pick
on
was
dine-in
around.
theater.
Yeah, he definitely had a girlfriend.
So I drove everywhere all the time. And this particular time, this was like towards the end, right before the Ponzi scheme, where I was like
Definitely had a girlfriend.
building me getting upset. So I drive us to Edison to go see, I don't even remember the movie, to go see whatever movie. And I think I paid for our tickets. And then we sat down and we ordered our food. And I couldn't get my card out quick enough because I just didn't know where I put it. And so you have to pay, at that particular time, you have to pay for the food as
You ordered it.
you order it. He pays for it. I said, thanks, babe.
That was the first time.
Was
She
it?
was so
Nah,
surprised. She was so surprised.
buddy.
What?
That wasn't exact because I
It
know
was the
this
first.
story.
It was the first few. No, in other words, it's the first time he's really paid for anything.
But did he though?
He. So
That's why I'm saying she was surprised because he had never paid for anything before. So it
Right.
was like,
Yikes.
right. So, and at this point, he had paid a little bit of things. Like at this point in our time, but 5 and 6 years before that, he had never. So this particular year was the 1 year that I was down, and he had a
5 or
little
6
bit.
years.
That's not a big deal. So anyway.
Oh, it
so,
is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Moving on. Let me just finish the story. So we're sitting there. I couldn't get my card out. I like a beat. And he pays for it. And I said, thanks, babe. And he said, don't thank me. We're going to the ATM after this.
What a nigga.
And then-
Gentleman.
And then
So sweet.
and then I spent the whole
Could never
movie
amount
like pissed about that. Went to the bathroom. He, of course, was checking his Instagram on my phone, which is just stupid. And then it was like, we went home, and I just knew if I had dropped him off first that it wouldn't have to come to the ATM. And he was like, wait, we're going to the bank. And it just was so embarrassing. And it was like, just take your little $20 and get out my face. And that is the end of my bad date stories. Natasha, your turn.
Again, this doesn't beat TS's hospital story.
Oh my God,
but-
that was really
Don't.
good.
It
friend.
honestly
It's
don't.
gonna get an
But,
Emmy.
All right, this is another person that I knew from when I was a little bit younger, maybe 13, about 16, between 13 and 16. Anyway, so we went to church together, but he was like a
Son of a
yachty,
preacher man.
right?
Sorry, he was a
Promise
what?
no, a yachty.
Ooh.
Real yachty bad boy.
Yes. Anyway,
Book.
I thought he was cute, but like he was like funny guy, whatever, cool to hang around. But I ended up like dating his brother, who was also cute.
Boss move.
Anyway,
And I'm probably fucking daddy if you made me listen to that because I'm the baddest bitch.
anyway,
Okay, Lori Harvey.
And there it was.
Terrible.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry.
go ahead.
Keep going.
anyway, so like we again fall out of touch, all of us. I guess he found me on Facebook, or we found each other on Facebook or something, and it was around the time that the person I'm currently married to, we were going through a real rough patch. Like, I needed to get revenge, pretty much. So I went out with this guy who I knew, and I drove into the city to his apartment, which I thought it was just his place by himself. It was not, it turns out, because he was like, oh, my dad might be coming home soon after a while.
Coming home.
I was like, what? Anyway, I thought we were going to like dinner or something. We just stayed at his apartment, and I think he may have ordered food. I can't even remember. All I know is that he just wanted to get in these drawers.
Ooh.
And it worked because
That is a reoccurring story.
Well,
I feel like that's a reoccurring story.
that just happened.
girl, I was in revenge mode, right? I was in angry mode.
Can you explain that? Because I think a lot of people would love to understand revenge mode.
Revenge mode is
No.
wait, do we
the next
really?
nigga-
Yes,
Yes.
just explain.
Revenge mode is when you're trying to get back at your significant other or ex if you plan on getting back together with them, which we did get back together and we're still together.
How is that?
It's not.
brings you
revenge?
peace.
It,
I say you ate your cake you got your cake and ate it too.
I don't know
No,
what that
that's not what the
means.
same thing. That's not the same thing.
How is that
But, like,
not?
Because not having your cake and eating it too is you have a girlfriend, you have a side, and you can do both. This is you tried it and now you want to see who's better at this game, me, and that's what revenge is.
She not only did she fuck the guy's brother, fucked him, and still got back with.
Wait, it was his brother?
No.
No,
She's
she dated.
No, you're
she
wrong.
dated the
Hold
guy's
on.
brother.
Wait.
You didn't date the guy's brother.
I did date the guy's
Exactly. Dated the guy's brother, messed around with him, and then got back with your ex. That's not a boss move?
It is a boss move, but that's not the same thing as having your cake and eating it too.
That is having your cake and eating it too.
That's not how that works.
That's
Anyway.
not what the same means.
Yeah, go ahead.
It was still
Whatever.
to this day the worst sex ever. It was horrendous.
Oh, wow. What do you mean horrendous?
It means 2 pumps and a squirt, Gordon. Come on.
All right.
I mean,
It was like having sex with a lightning rod. Like
Obviously,
Like,
he didn't.
legit
He didn't
awful.
prepare himself for the date.
awful.
Obviously.
Like
Yeah, true.
you have a pencil? Like awful. Like I felt like I was being fingered by a
Well,
pencil.
first and foremost, obviously he didn't watch.
Why do you
something
keep interrupting a story?
But he didn't watch something about Mary where you have to prepare for a date.
Nah, you don't gotta
He-
prepare for a
he-
date all the time.
He was prepared.
He
She's
was
just saying
prepared.
that the size wasn't adequate, darling.
Nah, I mean, you've never seen.
What does that have to do with the size
No.
that God has blessed you with
No,
or not blessed
no,
you with?
you.
Had a small dick, bro.
It wasn't necessarily that it was small. It was just
skinny.
pencil thin
Oh
and
my God, that is the
horrendous.
worst.
It was horrible.
What's wrong with you?
And it didn't last no kind of time, even though I was ready for it to be over because it was that bad.
Trash.
And when it ended, he got up, he finished. Thank God, over there
He finished.
in the corner.
That's the worst.
Hold on, did you say
Wait, he jerked off
were
by
you like
himself?
Yes.
Hold on, were you like silent
What?
and then you had your hand on your fist like this?
Oh, good
While you
lord.
did this?
All right.
Did you do this?
Some days I'll be
Did
thinking.
you do
I
this
don't
and then?
remember. I legit don't
keep
remember.
going.
I just remember like getting up and then he dropped me off at my car around the corner from his apartment building and I
From
went
his dad's
home and
house.
from his and I never spoke to him again. That was it.
Oh,
That's terrible.
that is terrible.
All for that. I hate that kind of revenge. 'Cause
Me
it's
too.
Like Jesus is like revenge there.
I don't like ugly. And I gave you this ugly situation right here.
Come on.
saw what he did to me. Come on.
Come on.
God don't
Anybody
like
else?
ugly.
Or are we going to take a break?
We can take a break.
Let's take a
I
break.
can't. I've had many of them, but they
We'll
don't
do a
beat
part 2.
these motherfuckers' stories.
Yeah, no.
My shit smelled sauce compared to you, motherfucker.
I've had plenty of bad days.
I've had plenty of bad dates.
I've
Not
gone
like
on imaginary
gone to
days
a
where in my
hospital.
head I was dating this person and it really wasn't right.
We've all been there.
All right.
We've all
I've
been
done
there.
that.
isn't that a wet dream? What are you talking about?
No. Have you had... What's going on? You're like confusing.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't eaten.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
saying.
Yeah, let's take a break so we can get some
Lovely.
snacks. And we'll be right back. This episode of Nobody Asked Me But is brought to you by So Music Entertainment. If you're looking for a professional recording studio to record your music projects, podcasts, voiceovers, or whatever your audio needs are, for a reasonable price, look no further. Visit somusicent.com. That's SOHMUSICENT.com for more details. You can also follow them at SoMusicENT, which is SOHMUSICENT on Twitter and Instagram for a free consultation. And a special shout out to Mr. Ash, the engineer who mixed and edited our podcast today. And you can follow him at Mr. Ash X, which is MRASHX. They have some of the best engineers here at Soul Recording Studios, so don't wait any longer to make your dream project a reality. Visit somusicent.com or call 929-900-6044 now. And let's get back to our show. All right, so in honor of our guests today, I am allowing them to not only do the spoken word in the beginning, but I'm also allowing them to do the Black Nostalgia of the Week. So, Gordon, take it away.
Whippings!
Oh my God.
Like ass whippings?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
That's nostalgic. We all got whooped, right?
No.
I gotta be honest.
That
No, we did not.
You got to be honest. You've never been whooped before?
I
Never.
got popped one time.
Popped one time?
Yeah, on the butt. Me.
In the face once.
In the face once? Cliff, you got whooped.
I got my ass beat.
Oh, brother. And that's why we're here today. We're nostalgic about it. We're better
I don't
people
think
for
that's
it.
nostalgic. That's more so triggering.
This
But-
is trash. Is this what you came up with? I'm pissed.
What? What? You don't... Wait. Why can't childhood trauma be nostalgic?
Because
I'm kind of into it. I'm not gonna front. I wanna hear their stories.
I thought you were gonna come up with an album.
You let him do it by himself?
I literally couldn't think of anything.
I
Because
literally,
I know-
just
I know
now when
there
he
was
said
a-
whippings, I thought he meant like skip it, like something like a game.
Like,
Yes.
like for example, I was
We
gonna
wanted
use,
that so bad. We
So bad.
paid for it every day.
for example, I was gonna think of Ready to Die, the album, because that
I was
came out.
thinking of a
in-
different world based on your
So-
sweatshirt.
Oh.
You didn't do that, right?
No.
That's Allen Iverson.
No, why
I
would
thought that was
Sweatshirt.
future.
Sweatshirt.
Oh.
Sweatshirt.
Sweatshirt.
No, listen. We, like, parents get frustrated. We've all had a parent that got frustrated with us, and they all handle it in different ways.
Except whippings are not a thing of the past. People still get whipped. Not the way that they.
He just means
You got
all
your
shit.
mom. I'm just in general. I haven't got whooped in a long time.
My last ass whooping was 17.
My last ass whooping was 2 days ago. So it was a I'm joking. No, but
did it?
my
17.
mom, she's short, but she's strong.
Swift with the belt.
It's not even a belt. Like I remember,
She got hands.
the coolest day in the world I remember was I was in 10th grade, and she was
You
like,
got whooped in public?
"No," she was like, "You too old to get whooped," and I was like, "I graduated." And like my mom is all of 4'11", maybe 5 foot even, and she goes, "You too old to get whooped." And I'm like, "Yeah, you right, yeah."
Now I'm gonna fuck you up.
And she turned like she was walking away, and she came back with the coldest punch to the chest I've ever got in my life. Like, you ever seen Doctor Strange where she knocks the soul out of that nigga?
Yeah. I remember being in Canada, like me, all my
I
cousins,
remember
my whole
getting
family
slapped
went
at
to
12
Canada,
like that.
right? And we
Yeah.
was like staying in our relative's house, a bunch of us. And me and my parents and my brother, we were leaving days earlier than everybody else, and I didn't want to leave because I wanted to hang out with my cousin, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, no, your dad has to go to work. We have to go back home. So I was like, I was upset, and I like talked back to my mom first time ever. And she was like packing the suitcase, and when I said so, like I said it with an attitude. I was like so, and then she upswing backhanded me right in my face, and that was it.
Sounds like I'm gonna sit down because I wasn't thinking straight earlier, and I'm really sorry about that.
I've had
Sorry about earlier.
I've had many good of ass whoopings by
Okay.
Thomasine Gillette Key. I think
Hallelujah.
I think 17 was the most memorable ass whooping because she got me good. So pretty much I was feeling myself. I cussed my Spanish teacher out. I was in Boonton, New Jersey.
Oh, my God.
I thought I was the hard. For some reason, I thought I was the hardest nigga. I cussed my.
Because you was the only nigga in Boone at the time.
One of nine. One of nine.
A hearty number.
So my mother found out, and she was like, "Oh, so you gonna cuss at your teacher, right?" So she ain't do anything. So I would say 3 to 4 hours later, I'm doing my homework. She comes through running with a broom and started hitting me in the back and just beating my ass with a broom.
My mom hit my brother with a 2x4 before.
Huh?
That
Mom hit your brother with a 2x4? Like it was a WWE?
Yeah, she's a contractor. She's a contractor, so yeah.
She went
Guys,
hacksaw
this is
Jim
not
Duggan?
at all what I was expecting.
What are you
for
talking about? This is
nostalgia.
nostalgic reason.
No,
this is the
I was
reason why
expecting-
we're upstanding
I just thought you were
individuals.
going to talk about like maybe an album or a picture. Or
yeah, I
roller
was thinking about Ready to
skating
Die, but this
or-
wasn't the exact day that Ready to
I mean,
Die.
I was ready to die. My mom was with me sometimes.
All right, well,
What?
we're going to move on.
Come on.
Okay.
Can I tell one more like ass
Can we
story?
come up with a different
Fine,
like,
we'll come up with a different
nostalgic-
one. All right, but like I just want to say this because it's a
I
shout
think
out to
this
Betty.
one works.
No, this one was going to be it. We're not going to sit and
I want to
think
shout
about
out Betty Campbell, my grandmother, who she is she's 90 now.
Oh, huh.
90?
Yeah. And she whipped me and my cousin Melvin one time because Melvin pulled a knife on me. Like, it was a rule that my grandfather...
Hold on, what?
I'll explain. So all the grandkids would have to go to Trenton for the summer. And we would always stay at my grandfather's house. My grandfather was a barber, and all the grandkids would come together, and we all hang out together. Me and Melvin, when we was younger, we used to just be stupid and just have, like, a little beef with each other. One day, Melvin pulled a knife on me. So... Because I'm like, imagine me, but younger. Still the same mouth, still the same attitude.
Right.
Arrogant, bad. So Melvin got sick of it, and he was like, knife. And my grandma...
A sword fight. On guard. Touche.
So, and he did it at a time, like, because most of it, like, throughout the summer, it's just us watching each other. It's all the grandkids just watching each other. Our grandparents, they doing whatever they got to do. We just watching each other. So Melvin pulls a knife. My grandmother walks in when Melvin has a knife on me. And all of a sudden, because I have a knife on me and Melvin has a knife, we both go and get beat. So I'm from Newark, Melvin from the South. My grandma go outside and get a switch. I'm from Newark. I'm like, I've never had to go get a switch before. But if I'm going to pick something, I'm going to pick something that's very hard to swing. So I pick up this big thing that she can't swing. She's old. So I was like, all right, let me get this big swig that she can't really manage. And Melvin gets the most aerodynamic swig I've ever seen in my goddamn life. He's walking in and he's like Zorro and shit. And I'm like, why would you pick that? That's going to hurt. So she's hitting me. She hits me 3 good times. I'm like, With
the big one?
Yeah, with the big one. It didn't even hurt. The big one didn't hurt. She couldn't swing it the right way. Too many leaves.
How do I work this out?
All right, I'm tired.
And I just acted it. I should have got an Oscar for the way I acted when she hit me. Oh God!
Yeah.
Oh Betty, no!
Grandma, don't!
I deserve this, but please stop. No, yeah, I did all that. And then she was like, "You can leave because I gotta get Melvin." I was like, "All right, cool." So.
All right. I mean,
you got me.
Everybody got a swing. And when I tell you it was the worst, he picked the worst one. Cause as soon as I left, all him, and dude, that little branch must have moved so fast. She was not that strong, but she left a wow. Wow. I came downstairs. My cousin was like, "Did she beat you?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I got my beating. Yeah.
I'm downstairs. Everyone's like we hear Melvin getting beat, and we're just like, wow, that sounds painful.
that's terrible. That's unfortunate.
That is very
Wildly unfortunate.
So unfortunate.
Oh my God. Is it macaroni and cheese, right?
Yeah.
What you want to eat? You want to eat something?
He had the knife though, so he deserved it.
Yeah, he did have the knife. Maybe that's what got him more, because he had the knife and shit. But,
He deserved it.
But I can't believe y'all haven't been whooped, man.
No, we got other traumatic things in our lives.
Y'all did have a Capricorn.
Let's not.
So
I got threatened.
Can we put out this disclaimer that we are not promoting child abuse? This is purely chastisement. No one saying
abuse kids.
No one got their bones
That's
broken. No, it's very important in 2019.
Yeah.
Because we probably have some white listeners as well.
Or not. Maybe some, others.
Man, I don't know. Maybe if some of these white people beat their kids, we wouldn't have school shooters. That's just me thinking.
So, we're going to move right on. We're going to
You
keep
need
it
to let
forward.
him say his truth.
I mean,
No, you're right. Gordon's absolutely right. So,
fuck a school shooter up, everybody.
my hair is moving. So, okay. So,
or
it is time for the lesson of the day.
Yahoo!
Hold on. What happened to our tips?
Huh?
What happened to our tips?
Your tips? Oh my God, our list. You're right. Before we get into our lessons of the day, I did make a list of, just to wrap up, things you should and shouldn't do while dating. There's 8 tips.
That's supposed to be at the end of the last segment, right?
It is, but that's okay. They'll understand.
We can cut and paste.
Okay.
We can cut and paste. So here are your tips. Kevon, this is a tip for you
Tip
to
is there.
make if you're standing there, this is a put a finger right here. Make sure this doesn't go on the podcast because sometimes I don't
places
listen.
where all that other stuff had to get cut out.
Yes. So this is good. Well, move the other parts up and put this at the very end. Number 1, or do you want to go from 8 to the bottom? 8 to 1.
Top 8.
Let's go.
Actually, we don't have to cut and paste because these could be the lessons of our day.
Yes.
Oh,
So-
lit.
Wonderful.
Least-
So,
least
kidding,
worst
Kevin.
to,
just
this
kidding.
where it
Leave
is.
this right where it is. So, as we talked about dating today,
Do
the
you
lessons.
do the thing?
Huh? It goes at the end.
Okay.
Okay. All that vibrato between we will cut up, but now here we are. All right. So, as we talked about today, we talked about some pretty awful fucking dates. And so, it's very important for you guys to go over these things, these 8 simple things for yourselves.
Never take your dick to the hospital.
I have a list.
I think I caught the black lung pop.
Number 1, have a car, transportation ready.
Okay.
Same pickup, same drop off. Don't have me having to pick you up in one spot and then drop you off in someplace else unless it's a dire emergency.
In there.
Number 2,
I do have a disclaimer for that. If you do not have a car, please know your bus routes and just meet the person
That's
at the set.
great. That's
Have
great. I'm
Uber
sorry.
money.
I'm sorry I almost shushed you. That's good. Have Uber money.
Have Uber money.
Know your
like,
routes.
Know your routes.
Know your stops and your landmarks. No time for you to get lost and
Just
not
meet
know
the-
where you're
just
not
meet
at.
the person
Exactly.
at the landmark. You
Very
don't have to-
good.
you don't have to ask for a ride.
Don't be a clown. Eczema is not contagious. What that
so
means
hard for them. It's so hard for them not to be clowns.
don't be a clown. Don't be dumb. Don't ask me if my boobs are real. Don't ask me if my butt's fake or not. Don't tell me that eczema is contagious. Don't ask me stupid questions. Just don't be a clown. Also, don't call a girl a dummy. Dummy.
Hold on.
Wait.
What?
Wait. Why not?
Why not?
Whoa.
Whoa.
For the
Which
first
one do you
date?
want to go to dummy?
If you want to have sex with that girl, I advise you not to call her a dummy. And
No, but if
that's that.
somebody's a
Well, we're
dummy,
not
somebody's a
going to
dummy
call her
though.
dummy.
I'm not saying just like.
Gordon and Clifford, do you want to come back on this show or not?
Yes.
We're going to go
No,
on.
We said a
Okay.
lot worse in the first show, and we still came back.
Yeah, it's true. But
like
you don't
just
call
like,
don't call girls dummies.
We're
That's
not-
it.
What if they
we're
are a
not-
dummy?
That's the end. I'm moving on.
But I would like to know the backstory behind.
All right,
it.
say if I'm on a
Because-
date-
Gordon's called that girl a dummy because she was like, "Oh my God, you dummy! I'm going to take you to Friday." So when he said it, I wrote that down on my list. Don't call a girl a dummy.
Oh, all right. Listen, when I say
Number
okay.
4, be presentable.
All right, that's
Whatever
good.
that
That's good.
means.
That's
So
good.
if you're
Don't wear a velour suit.
wear a velour suit and then
Wear
make
what
sure
you
you
want.
check your date and make sure you're not dressed properly. Thank you with your bootcut jeans. Number 5. Don't bring me to your goddamn relative's house. I'm not trying to
No
fuck.
couch dating.
No couch dating. I'm not trying to have sex with you if Nana's in the other room.
The couch fucking be
Nah.
fun sometimes.
Nah, you.
But you
Not
can't
if
do
other
that
people
your
are in the
nana's on
house.
couch.
Nah,
We can't do it on top of Nana.
By far, if you're gonna do
She's
something
a rest.
trifling, have a car. Do car dating.
It
Nah,
goes
you
back
can't-
to number 1.
Dude.
We're not continue to discuss their tips. Their tips for people to write
I
down.
have a tip.
Give me 1 second.
Thank you.
Don't. Number 6. Don't take me to see someone who is dying or sick. I just don't want to do it. It's not a fun date. It doesn't build conversation. It doesn't build character. It makes me afraid and it's creepy.
It
And
builds empathy.
You'd be surprised. A lot of people have sex in cemeteries.
Unfortunately, Gordon and Clifford, these are not reasons. These are tips, which means don't do it.
All right. Cool.
So don't poo-poo it if you're not going to do it.
Black people, I said.
Yeah, when they cheat.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Number
People that cheat go to
7.
cemeteries.
What are you talking about?
Number 7.
What?
Don't call me a bitch. If
Thank
you tell me,
you.
bitch, I say I like you, guess what? I don't like you
Get out
because
of there.
now you've called me a
And
bitch.
also, don't call him a hoe, slut, or any other derogatory.
Can't call the bitches hoes.
Nah.
You
Can't
go to
do it.
cemeteries because nobody actually goes to cemeteries, so you go there to have sex and nobody can see y'all.
I understand
That's
that.
actually a really awful idea. He's saying that people who cheat go to cemeteries, and we're gonna move on.
You guys have fun in hell.
Number 8. I hear the breeze is hot.
It's a
Number
heat wave
8.
Every day.
Don't give me a Krabby Patty.
Excuse me.
Period. It's just gross. And TS for the last one,
Oh,
number
no, this
9.
shouldn't be the last one. That's why I was trying to get it in. Never mind. We'll scratch it.
We'll scratch it.
Yeah.
Anyone
So
else?
no.
Any
Stop
tips?
having
Quick tips.
sex in cemeteries, guys. It's weird.
Stop having unprotected sex with people and then putting tattoos on their bodies.
I was goddamn 17, and I
see it?
thought she was the one.
Show us, show us, show us, show us, show us, show us, show us.
Peer pressure.
I can't help you.
No.
I can't help you.
All right.
No, you don't have to help
Gordon,
me.
we'll give you a shot when we get home if you show us.
I have booze at my house.
But you're not near your house, you're near our house.
Well, friends, those are all your tips.
That's a good point.
Those
Bit
are
of a
all your
drive.
tips. They're very important. And so, for that, you can always be a better dater.
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
All right, kids. And that was another very successful episode of Nobody Asked Me But Learn Today.
Hey, woo!
Thank you so much to our guest stars, Quarter Baker Bone.
You called him Quarter Baker?
No, I
Bone?
didn't. I said Gordon Baker
You did not say that the first time, but I appreciate it. Don't worry about it. It's Gordon Baker Bone on Instagram and Twitter. It's also Baker-Bone on Venmo if you actually guys just got extra money and just want to make sure.
And thank you so much to Clifford. Cliff Key. Thanks, Bass Cliff, the bass man.
Bass Cliff. Well, my IG tag is Bass Cliff. If you want to look me up
Bass
on
Cliff
Facebook,
214.
do not look me up on Facebook.
And by the way, if
I'll look you
if
up.
you guys suspect that your partner's cheating and you're trying to figure out where they're going, like I do a lot of research on this stuff. So I could tell you some pretty good spots to check out. It's never really the hotel. It's always places that you normally wouldn't guess. High school football field parking lots.
Gross.
Ew.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I mean, says the person that made out at Eagle Rock.
Thanks so much for coming. See you guys later. Bye.
I wanted to say my Cash App. He said his.
TS, it's your time. It's your
My
time.
Cash App is TS DeSandies. If anybody, like Gordon said, has any extra money that you want to give out. Thank you.
I'll put it in the description.
Thank God this isn't live, huh?
Don't apply if you're a fuck nigga. Ready?
Do
it
that.
again.
Do all three one more
No,
time.
I usually do it a couple times.
Oh, that's fine. Listen, I go back and I listen to it, and it's actually my favorite part of the entire show. And so last week's when it had all this good personality, I was like, ooh, more of that. Okay, so good.
Are you now considering communicating through Morse code since...
Yeah, right? Are you now?
You gotta
I
mess it.
told you, unique New York. Unique New York.
I should not have drank this. Water.
Yeah, I start drinking water or
I love a
anything, and in
guy
the middle
who
of something, I get on.
drinks
It's like I got a
tongue.
burp, I got a nose. We should all do quick vocal warm ups. 1, 2, ready on ah. What?
It's my vocal warm up.
No, choose something else. Stop. Quick, ma made me moo moo. Ma made me moo moo.
HIV.
I can't.
Go.
No, because no.
I am glad I did not go to high school with you two
Oh my god.
because
We wouldn't have made it. Although they're 4 years older than us, so we wouldn't
it's
see it.
still.
He and I are 3 years apart.
3 years apart.
And you're 4.
5.
4, 5. Whatever he says. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Either way.
Do you know that Gordon has to ask Clifford how old he was? Yesterday, we were talking to a person, and he was like, I'm 33. I said, you're not 33. How